Hey folks, back again with another Scum build video. In this video we take a quick look at some water-based possibilities and what we can really use to build across water. As always folks, thanks for watching, stay safe and take care. As you may already know, we cannot build over deep water, so we must make do with what we have. And what we have is the twig foundation. Unfortunately for us, this is the only element we can use to build across shallow water. This restricts us in the levels of base designs that we can use to build super strong bases. That being said, there is a few locations around the map where the water level is just perfect, and the depth will support the twig foundations. This means we have a small opportunity to explore some water-based designs. Let's take a quick look at this sweet build I made and check out some of the good locations you can use to build bases on water. Hey folks, and welcome back to the channel for another Scum video. In today's video we are looking at water bases and what really are the possibilities. So if you've watched my previous video, you will know already that unfortunately we cannot build over deep water in Scum, but we still can build over shallow water. And when I say shallow water, the water can be somewhat reasonably deep, just not sort of out in the open deep. Pretty secure, pretty cheap to build as well, of course. So of course, to start this build we would have to place a flag. Now we can't place a flag out in the water, so we would have to place it, start off here, and then we will build our foundations out as deep as they'll go, which is basically there is as far as I can go, and then that's when you start building the base. So of course, like I mentioned there, cannot build over deep water unfortunately, and all we can use to build over water is the twig foundations. So we need a boat to enter obviously, or you can swim of course. Yes. First tip of course, upgrade your walls. It might take a wee while, just do it. Of course it is necessary when people are going to use C4 in their base. You'll also force the hand of the raiders to use C4 of course. Now first of all, main floor, I've put the support beams here, of course, is instead of using the support beams, you use door frames, and then that means you can put door in every little of these sections, and that will, of course, deter raiders. Those to move from each section, they will need to lockpick each door. So you've got plenty of space here for big squads, even as small as duos. You could probably build a space no problem. So the first little trap door, so to speak, will be here. So what all we need to do here is just leave this one wood, destroy this floor, and then you have your little crate here. This will be used for like keeping the materials needed to build staircase, which is just basically sticks. There, we'll need 3 long sticks, 1 log, some rope. That's all you need. And then this will take us up into the next section. Now, what I was saying there about the door frames, I did that here. So I'll show you an example. So what we need to, we have, instead of building the support beams, we have just used frames instead. And then what you do is just add doors into these frames. You see what I mean? Now every door will have 3 gold locks and lock protection. It's just to simply move from each little section. We'll need to lock the doors, and you know, what way do you go here? Choices to choose from. Each will lead to a different area. Each area will have another door that leads to the next one. And so each squad member could probably keep his own little room here. And now the doors are starting to build up. The lockpicking is starting to get pretty intense. I mean, just to get to the very back of the room here, talking 30 plus gold locks to pick. And then this brings you to the next little trap door up here. all we need to do is destroy this, and again, keep a little chest here which will have all your materials in it to build staircases. And that brings us up into this little hidden attic area where you can keep probably most of your high tier stuff you would do. Now what's good about these stairs, of course, is people can't build stairs. So once they get to this point, there's no real way for them to get up there. They would have to just start blowing down the roof, the floors, to get at whatever's up there. And for all they know, there's probably nothing up there. If they've even recognised that there's a fake roof, so to speak. So pretty effective to keep all your best stuff up here. And then all we simply do when you're logging off is just destroy this wood staircase. It takes very little to actually build these. Makes it perfect. And once that's done, just put your floor back up again. And, you know, maybe probably not even recognize that. But we've got a pretty strong, pretty secure base already, with great protection already implemented. Lots of doors lockpickers have to go through. Of course, we'll destroy these stairs as well when logging out. Just simply build your floor on top. And that's pretty secure. And then we move into the tower, of course. Means now we have lots more room. And simply with stairs, I mean, you could delete as many stairs as you want. Each little bit of this area could be a nice little spot to keep, you know, your beds, have your little personal rooms, personal spaces. And upstairs we have a little watchtower. Means you can fight off those pesky raiders that are coming in trying to attack you. And if you're on sort of, you can keep your best loot up here as well. And if you're on sort of your last legs and the raiders are in and you know they're coming, all you really need to do is destroy some stairs. Things can't get up to you, which means you're pretty damn secure. Do the same game with this one, keeping all your high tier loot up there. I mean, the only way people are going to get to your loot, I mean, that's if even they can. They're just going to have to go down to the bottom, start wasting C4, blowing this tower down, and, you know, for potentially nothing. You got to put the grind in if you want to have a protected base. And you have the added protection of being out in the water, of course. So people are going to have to travel in boats, which makes them extremely vulnerable to attack and extremely loud. Trying to get away from the C4 explosions will be challenging. Swimming over will also be challenging because if you're carrying too much weight, you will sink. Unfortunately, that's about as adventurous as we can go with the water builds, but it's still pretty impressive, I think. So, the best locations that I've found so far to build on water, of course, my favourite at the moment is here in D1. I might have some problems getting boats up here because there is actually waterfalls that will restrict the ability to travel up here in boats. So maybe ask an admin to spawn a boat in by paying for it, or not just spawn your own boat in, of course. The other good place is down here in C2, just around the coast by where the traders are. Also another very good place you can build quite far out into the water. And then there are other locations obviously along here in DO. I think. Hope you find this video useful, folks. Thanks for watching. Stay safe and take care.